Hi, Lance Walker at the Michael Johnson Performance Center today using the PowerVibe Zen Pro 5900 to train a combination of hip mobility with knee stability, specifically using one of our favorite movements, the Elevated Monster Lunge. Melissa's going to try to stabilize her left side in a lunge pattern with some perturbation coming from either manual techniques or bands, trying to impart some valgus at the knee, one of the most common problems we have with motor unit recruitment in a lunge pattern. Hertz is set between 20 and 30 hertz. Sometimes the lower hertz is more of a challenge. So we start a little higher and gradually morph down to 20 hertz. Today she's at 20. She's going to impart a lunge pattern. Again, the lunge pattern down through the heel, top of the thigh, parallel to the ground. The back hip is in slight extension. Most of the exercises that we do in lunge patterns and exercises and aerobics classes tend to let the back knee bend way too much. From an athletic standpoint, we want hip extension on the back of our lunge pattern. Again, imparting some hip mobility. Now the key component now is, can we combine hip mobility with relative knee stability in the closed chain on the left side? So now with her tummy tight, she's feeling the vibration in her hip capsule. She's also feeling it in the opposite hip. At this point, we're going to impart some slight resistance into a valgus position on her left knee. What she's going to do is she's just going to resist me in an isometric pattern. So just resist me, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. The isometric pattern, push out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-second holds just in an isometric pattern. Once that is mastered then, and you can see she's getting a lot of activation now, we'll move into an abduction pattern where now I'm going to try to force her into valgus, and she's actually going to move me isotonically out, and then I'm going to gradually eccentrically load her into valgus. She's going to stop me right before it gets inside of her ankle joint, and then reapply the abduction moment at the hip. The subtalar joint stays stable, pushing out, and then slowly letting me eccentrically load her back into the danger position. Again, great hip mobility allows her to train some superb knee stability in a position that's very common, and you can see the war that's going on right now between her quad hamstring complex, her hip, all the way into her subtalar joint. Great movement mechanics right there. Whole body vibration, the elevated lunge with adduction, or the monster lunge as we call it here at Michael Johnson Performance.